It's time for Milberger's Gardening South Texas, live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Bulverde Road. During the next 2 hours, our experts will help you with your gardening questions when you call 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. Or come by Milberger's during the show and have your question answered in person. And now it's time for Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
There we go, and welcome to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Milton Glueck with Dr. Calvin Finch. Mad Dr. Calvin Finch today. Get it? Your mad doctor, kind of Halloween type thing? Okay, he's shaking his head. Yes. Oh, yeah. What your things you find in a home?
He says,
things.
No,
it's
turn
a
me
little
down.
loud.
Turn you down. Oh,
Turn me down.
get out. You're not welcome.
Turn me down.
Okay.
Down.
Let's see. Better?
Yes, much
Okay.
better. Thank you.
Cool. All right.
Still a little loud, but I will take
It's
that.
okay.
Yeah, a little more. We could go down.
Yeah.
Okay. How's that?
I'll take that over. Okay, that's good.
That's it? Okay.
All right.
And you're listening to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on... This is what my everything feels like, and my body feels like October should be. It's Mad Dr. Mark Peterson.
Yes, and so the change of the weather has finally come, particularly this week. So that will mean several things in the garden.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, let's tell people what's going on here real quick. That'll mean several...
No, that's right. You notice I waited.
Oh, thank you.
It's a pause that will be coming up.
I thought maybe it was because you were reasonable and being conservative, and after the kind of weather we've went through, you didn't want to overstate what this change might be.
Oh, yeah, well, that was it, too.
Okay, we're going to get back to that in a second. It's Milberger's Big Spooktacular Weekend, so if you're looking for some fun stuff to do, now that the rain is over for a little while, it was bright and sunny a minute ago. I'm sure it'll get bright and sunny again. We encourage you to come on out to Milberger's at 1604 on Bulverde Road and bring the kiddos or the pups, bring the grandkids for pictures, to ride the terror train, to get balloon animals, to have snow cones, face painting, popcorn.
In San Antonio, we call those raspas.
Oh, sorry. Raspas.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So
we can say snow cones and popcorns.
There you go. So anyway, that's all happening today till 3 o'clock. You're okay.
And then,
till 3 o'clock
in
today.
addition to that all Halloween stuff, we've got this gardening stuff here, too, Mel.
Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, and if you're looking for fall color, boy, Milberger's is the place to go.
Those cyclamen are
And if you're looking for a sale on cyclamen, Milberger's is the place to go.
Be quick about it before Calvin backs up the
Calvin got here at store opening.
I did get another load. And the other thing on sale, stocks.
Yeah.
You get a 30 feet within the that whole section of the stocks, and you can tell where they are. They're amazing. The fragrance.
So wanted to make sure that everyone knew about it. The stocks were on sale.
Yep, stocks are on sale. That's the 4 for $5. Is that right?
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's correct. And the
cyclamen
and pansies are still on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of pansies and violas.
You got a lot, and so Calvin took all the rain today.
Well, I'm becoming a little leery of my rain gauge just goes 100 inch and a half, and then it goes over the top. So,
okay.
But I can't remember if it's 2 or 1.5 inches. Milton looked at me when I said 2 inches.
No, I was jealous. We got an inch and a little more than an inch, but
the meteorologist kept saying 1 to 3.
Yeah,
and I was kind of doubting that.
Do you have a
inch
rain
and
gauge?
a half? No.
Oh, okay.
I gave them all away.
Oh.
And it was a nice rain too. It wasn't overwhelming.
So
it was
like
good for the garden.
4 or 5 hours from about 3, I guess, to early this morning. So it was beautiful. It was a wonderful rain.
Filled up my rain barrel, which I forgot to get the screen for yet. I haven't gotten it yet. This was a bad time to procrastinate. And we have a runoff trash can next to the rain barrel.
Yeah.
And it filled that up too. But we get rain off the roof.
So the rain barrel got filled in the overflow.
Yep, got filled. But we get rain off the roof there. It's right at the corner. So we got to give it a day, and then we'll put the...
dunks.
What's that?
Dunks.
Yes. Oh, yeah. No. Got to get the dunks.
Oh, okay. I thought I was reading your mind, but...
No. We got to put the stuff that's in the trash can, the big plastic trash can. Got to water things with it.
Yeah.
And the cyclamen in the 4-inch pot are now 4 for $24. So
you still have to get a second mortgage on your house to pay for them, but it's less than it was.
Go to the plasma center downtown.
That works too, huh?
All right, so that's what's going on. Come by and visit us today at 1604 on Bulverde Road. And Mark, you were saying...
Well, with this dramatic change in weather,
yes,
this coming week we'll have lows in the 50s.
Woo! Yeah.
Some experts say 48, but I'm not going there.
Well, Mark and I even have long sleeve shirts on. Milton it'll take him a while to get.
I wear shorts everywhere.
Yeah, I wear shorts too. So.
Milton, did you donate blood?
No.
What's that?
Oh, I had to go to get a blood test this morning.
Oh,
okay.
I just want the pity.
Well,
I thought maybe.
I'm just going after the pity.
Don't worry, you always have that from me.
Thank you. Wait a minute. Okay. So yeah.
So with this dramatic change, there's a lot of things that we've been kind of a little hesitant. Namely, the spinaches and the lettuces, the more leafy.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely get those in the ground this week, and we have them here.
I'm thinking, Mark, too, if they haven't had their a number of the vegetables didn't germinate. It's been 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I think that maybe it's time to get some new seed and go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
I did that too this morning.
There's a lot of vegetables. Nearly all the vegetables could be fall vegetables for grown by seed. So they haven't come up.
Some of them are wonderful. Yeah. Carrots, beets, radishes, rutabagas. All kinds. And then what did you say? You mentioned we got some of the Crawford lettuce.
So we got Crawford lettuce for sale at the counter,
and
a little brown envelope is $4. But I always say, remember, that's Crawford reseeding lettuce.
Yeah, so
in the appropriate place, you'll be able to get that multiple crops during the winter seasons.
And then
reseeds.
We want to remind everybody, don't cover the seed, the lettuce seed. It requires full light access, full sun to germinate.
But I liked your suggestion of making sure the soil was moist, or that was David's. Doesn't matter, but
David had said that. Yeah,
that seemed like a good idea.
Pre-soaking.
So today would be great.
It would be. Go out there today.
Perfect.
And open soil, open soil, open to the sun, and open, mineral soil. Sorry. No mulch, no compost, mineral soil.
Hey, for just real quick for sweet potatoes, is it too late? Is this not a good time for sweet potatoes? I pulled up the honeydew. It was just sad. It gave us 2 honeydews.
Well, I don't know. One of my neighbors gave me had good luck growing sweet potatoes and harvested some
in the fall.
It was right now.
Oh,
it was the Asiatic version. They look wonderful. I haven't cooked them yet, but. I love sweet potatoes, and if they're as good as they look, I can't wait to get them. But if some of the other gardeners have had good luck with sweet potatoes, let us know too, and tell Milton about the technique they use.
Yeah, okay. I won't ask these. I'll wait for the callers to call in on how you plant them, because I've got that now. That little thing, I got to figure out what to put in the honeydew box.
Yeah. Have you got the sweet potatoes already sprouting?
Yeah, they're on the sweet potato, yes.
Oh, well, yeah, you can plant any little piece of that. And
just kind of cut a piece and put it in?
Well, those little sprouts that start. Yeah. Each one of those will grow into a plant.
That'll be kind of cool. I'd like that. Okay, I'll do that.
They'll take over if you're not careful.
Oh, well, I remember.
No, I mean they're just they don't die. They grow. They find a way to survive and prosper.
Can they be used as a ground cover?
Well, of course, that's one of the uses of the ornamental sweet potatoes is ground cover. So yeah, they in places where they grow the food crops, they cover a lot of ground. I've told you about when I used to go on pretty exotic bird trips, and one of those that I went on was to New Guinea.
Mm-hmm.
And they came across a sweet potato field in a swamp. And what they did was pile the bit of the soil into little islands, and then they were surrounded by the water. And
that's kind of cool.
The sweet potatoes in the island. It was very attractive and seemed to be very productive. And they managed to get a nice production and. Of course, sweet potatoes are so nutritious that it's pretty important all over the world.
Yeah, and I've seen recipes now, too, for sweet potato cookies.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'll have to make some. I'll bring some if I make some.
And sweet potato fries, potatoes. Oh, gosh.
They're good stuff. Anyway, I was just wondering. Okay, I'll try. I'll give you a report. And I guess I wonder if I could mix up anything. I'll just do the sweet potatoes.
Okay, yeah, just do any kind of, you try a couple different kinds of soil and just put a few of those plants, and I think you'll have good luck. You just put
How are your tomatoes doing?
They're doing, I'm eating.
Okay.
The only ones so far that I've been able to harvest are the 968s and the Ruby Crush.
Ruby Crush.
But, I mean, it's not huge volumes, but it's enough when I walk by that I'm able to
just pick a little, and that's great.
I noticed that I've got some tycoons and some of the other larger varieties that are tennis ball size now, so that'll be wonderful when they grow a few more weeks.
Cool, yeah, and I have green on those bigger tomatoes. And then on the 968, we just pick them off every day. You go out there to water it, and you got new ones ready to roll.
And then when I do that, especially when I used to be trying to pick a bunch to bring here for the crew here, I to say, well, I'll just not pick them because otherwise I'll never get the full load. Well, of course, with Ruby Crush and 968s, one day you got 2 or 3 and you barely get enough to eat. The next day you're overwhelmed by picking them.
We got to use ours. I'm trying to figure out what to make with them besides just eating them.
But that's a pretty nutritious vegetable and low calories and high nutrition.
Yepper. So if you want to call with a rain report or a tomato report, or if you got some other veggies working, call us and brag a little bit. 210-308-8867.
And if you got a simple sweet potato technique that works here in the San Antonio area, I'll have to remind Joe Dominguez from our neighborhood. Maybe he can give us a call and tell us what technique he used, because obviously he was pretty successful on.
Oh, cool. Good. All right, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867, the number to call to be a part of the show. Or come on out to Milberger's and have some fun and get some fall color. We'll tell you more about different fall color in a second. But Mark, you said you noticed spinach out there? And
yes, I'm just confirming some things.
Oh, okay.
Spinach is out there, lettuce was out there.
Which varieties of the two, or what do you recommend? Are any of them okay for the lettuce?
Ashley is kind of a standard, but
for the spinach.
Yeah. Are you and based on what you said before, I guess you're saying that you'd be comfortable with planting the spinach, even though we're like 3 weeks ahead of the normal schedule.
So I was just waiting for the weather to change, and it's changed dramatically.
And one of the things about having that wonderful supply of plants here at Milburgers is that I'm always inclined to, well, it's only 3 weeks from now that are recommended, so let's just rush it a little bit.
I was going to say, and if we had a problem, we can always get another one over here. I'm not saying anybody in our listening audience would be unfortunate enough to have a bad crop. But,
well, and anybody that planted the
but we have extra over here.
The green vegetables, the foliage vegetables, I think every one of them has done very well, and especially if you were ready for the cabbage loopers.
Yeah.
But because they really responded to this weather.
Speaking of, we also have transplants on the cold crops, cauliflower, broccoli, Brussels sprouts.
Okay.
Cabbage. And why do I always forget cabbage? I don't know, but that's the number one. That's why it's named after.
And he never talks about beets.
And no, we never.
Well, beets are in that seed.
That's not a cold, yeah.
The other one that is quite. Well, a couple of them, kale and Swiss chard.
Yeah.
Swiss chard is a lot of different selections of Swiss chard, including bright lights.
Some of you may love Swiss chard. I mean, kale. And right now is a great time to plant it, too.
Well, and people are getting very skillful in using kale in various recipes.
Skillful at hiding it?
It's nutritious. It's very productive, and if you mix it with a little Swiss chard or some of the other leafy vegetables, that taste really good too.
Oh yes,
yeah. It's okay. 210-308-8867. Let's take a quick break and come back in a moment. In the meantime, give us a call, 210-308-8867. We have more of Milburgers Gardening South Texas coming up. Live from Milburgers Landscaping and Nursery, 1604 on Boulevardy Road, where it's a fun day and a pretty day. And you're listening to 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Back to Milburgers Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. 210-308-8867 is our number, 210-308-8867, and we'd love to hear from you and find out what's going on in your garden, or if you can give me some sweet potato tips, I'd appreciate that. I bet you're thinking of some right now, or if you've grown them from the sweet potatoes you cut. I kind of did that with the jicama. And it's just going crazy. Yeah, I did the thing where it sprouted. Things tend to sprout in our house. So, it's like I said, it's really vining. It's in a hanging basket, and it looks great. I don't know if we have a jicama coming up or not, but
it's a root. I believe it's a root.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's interesting that it worked. My ginger did not work. I think I finally quit on the ginger. Oh, yeah, I did quit on the ginger, and I put some white petunias in the hanging basket. The ginger can come up if it wants, but, yeah. And
maybe shy.
My zinnias are still...
hanging on.
Well, they're coming up, the ones that did from seeds.
Oh, yeah.
So are they going to bite it, or is it mild is okay? It's just freezing that's bad.
Yeah, they'll make it usually till Thanksgiving.
Oh, good. Okay.
But you hate to have. It's good to have some snapdragons in place and some stalks in place, calendula in place, so that when the colder weather does come in November, they won't be affected by it. The zinnias won't be able to tolerate any cold weather. But and it's neat to leave them in place because they're one of the all-star pollinator plants.
And there you go. It's a lovely segue.
Okay.
We had a second generation of zinnias in our courtyard area. And what did I see yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Monarch.
Oh, okay.
On these second-generation zinnias. So it was... it was good. And then I've been receiving in my Book of Faces all these notifications of the monarchs are on the march.
I heard. Yeah, I've seen those too, where they're coming through Texas and they chose the route, and San Antonio's definitely on the route.
Well, this should be at the end of the.
Oh, is it?
Right,
okay.
And that's why I'm like, well, you guys are a little late, but.
But there again. You can never predict what those monarchs are going to do or how they're making their decisions. Every time researchers draw a conclusion about why they're late or why they're going this direction or that direction, then comes a different behavior, a behavior that it takes them a couple years to figure out how to explain it. But that's part of the fascination with them. They're just unbelievable in terms of complexity and interest and involvement in the neighborhood and all the plants and in gardening too. So yeah, they're out there in San Antonio. The monarchs are not. I don't know if they're laying a lot of eggs. Well, of course, we got a report from Lulu that they were laying eggs and hatching, but that our friends, the wasps, cleaned them up pretty well.
What is the time frame from the time they lay an egg to the time
30
they get
days.
the chrysalis? 30 days until you get a monarch? Okay, so...
Yeah, it's pretty fast, though.
That sounds like it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm beginning to see... I don't know if it means the sunny weather is imminent or not, but more butterflies out there on the dianthus and stuff like that. Like there's that guy there. See him? I'm trying to see. I didn't see a lot of them, but just that guy's.
Oh my!
He's taking advantage of the the lack of competition. 210-308-8867. Give us a call or come on by Millburgers at 1604 on Boulevardy Road, and let's talk gardening. Okay, so yes, sir.
Well, and they could also talk birds if they want. The column today. Kind of selected 4 different bird species that were kind of interesting especially in the San Antonio area, but also in the Austin area. The Mexican eagles have moved in and are breeding in San Antonio neighborhoods, and a lot of neighborhoods have not only the adults but a couple of young.
And how do you
Mexican eagles?
Where can you see them?
Well, the article mentions the first thing you notice is the clucking.
Oh,
they're very noisy, and they like the tallest trees in the neighborhood.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
So, yeah, if you want to possibly see them, you maybe go down to the Medina River Natural Area,
or you go to the medical center area.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they've successfully raised young again this year. They got 2 young this year, and they're in there cackling away. But they're bold and they get pretty tame.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're a scavenger. They kind of hang a little bit with the turkey vultures and all. And the article brings up the point that they're known to be important to the scavenger population in South Texas because they are they're capable of pulling the bodies of the killed mammals apart. Quite often it's deer that have been hit by the car.
Yeah, and there were some surprising numbers as to the impacts of the scavenger birds in terms of economics, what it saves the city in terms of pickup and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's which one now? That Mexican eagle?
Yeah, Cara is another.
Okay.
Or Mexican eagle.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, of course...
Now, do they stay here, or do they...
They stay.
Well,
okay.
Well, as Calvin's article pointed out, it was unusual in the 80s to see them. You'd see them occasionally.
Okay.
They're more in the Rio Grande Valley.
Yeah,
and
when
now,
I got here in '89, I had to go down to the Rio Grande area to see them. And now you can,
they have moved up.
Several neighborhoods. It'd be interesting to see which neighborhoods. We know Medical Center, and where did you... I
was going to say down south on Highway 16 at the Medina River natural area because of tall trees and then the adjacent fields.
Yeah.
They seem to like tall trees and adjacent open fields.
Have you seen them, Mark, when they are in those tall fields? They run across and they jump.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's really fascinating.
So the last place I saw them was at Peterson's Nursery. So Peterson's Nursery, the former Peterson's Nursery, was adjacent to the Salado Creek. And then that was adjacent to these commercial either trucking companies or storage companies or large companies. So they had these large fields right next to Salado Creek. And then, I was just driving after leaving Peterson, and something caught my eye doing that.
Oh.
Jumping up and down. I stopped the car and went and looked, and sure enough, the grass was just tall enough so they would leap up and then hop over.
Yeah.
And there it is. So that's where you would see them. So if you live near Salado Creek on the east side, you might see them.
They have the habits of a scavenger, but they have the look of an eagle, and it depends on which source you find to identify them. Some of them call them hawks. Of course, they call them eagles. Others call them scavengers. They, like a typical large scavenger, they aren't the favorite always of our agricultural producers, livestock producers, but they are really attractive to watch, and stark colors. But so that's in the article.
Okay, so that's one of the birds in the article.
And on the other end of the spectrum, Calvin talked about the hummingbirds.
Okay.
And I was going to ask you, I made a point this morning when I was reading the article to ask Calvin, what types of hummingbirds do we have in this area?
Well, the ones, I think if you look at the list of likely, I think it's as large as 6 or 7. But the ones that we typically see, you're likely to see if you've got a lot of blooming plants, or if you have a hummingbird feeder out there. Of course, the black chin are the ones that nest here. And then we get some of the migrating populations through now. The ruby throats come through, and the ones that are really kind of interesting are the rufous hummingbirds. They're strange, and they come from the northwest basically, and come through, and quite often they will hang out in a neighborhood, and the researchers claim that the hummingbird feeders are not influencing them. So those of us that love to have them don't say anything about it. But if you've got a hummingbird feeder out there and leave it out, you'll probably see at least one rufous hummingbird in that migrating population, and quite often they will stay for most of the winter, and they are pretty independent, but they're competitive and they're smaller, but they're fun to watch in those dog fights because they don't hesitate to chase the ruby throats and the black chins away. But those 3 are the ones that are most common. But there's a couple others that a gardener that's conscious of hummingbirds will quite often see. Or if you're close to Mitchell Lake or to the Botanical Gardens even.
where you have a large amount of flowers they prefer. So always say for the hummingbirds, they like the tubular ones.
Mm-hmm.
So Esperanza, crossvine in the spring.
Okay.
Even
I'm looking around.
Yeah,
they love the zinnias and the the lantanas too.
As a general rule, general rules are real general. They're not always accurate. So there are lots of plants that they like.
Which Paul brought to our attention. They love the porterweed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course, almost every pollinator loves the porterweed. But that's one that if you've got porterweed in your landscape or in containers, you'll have hummingbirds.
Oh, good. Okay. So we've got hummingbirds. We've got the Mexican eagle. What else did you write about?
Wrote about the one of my favorites, the lesser goldfinches.
Yeah,
okay,
that's one of my favorites as well.
They're got a little different in that they run in little flocks, and if you grow coreopsis or coreopsis and sunflowers, especially sunflowers, you're likely to have lesser goldfinches. A few years ago, you also were likely to have American the full-size goldfinches. I haven't seen any in my neighborhood in a while, but the lesser goldfinches are not migrators. They hang out. If they find a place they like, a neighborhood they like, they hang out there, and in a flock. And another thing, they really like that thistle seed that's available.
Really? Yeah.
And so that's an added attraction in the wintertime if you put that out in a feeder. And they've got the males are striking black and gold. Females aren't quite as colorful, but they get real tame, and they like if you got offer water. And they got a regular schedule. They're there in the mornings and the evenings.
Okay.
Now, I always thought the females were colorful, and I always thought it was a shame they were called lesser goldfinches as opposed to the American. Yeah. Because I just like the color.
Well, for us, they're certainly more striking than the full-size goldfinches.
Why are is it that the size that makes them lesser?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and they're not the regular goldfinches are spread throughout most of North America, whereas the lesser goldfinches are kind of down here at the southern end of the.
And they stay here all year?
Yes.
Okay.
And some of the best, and Calvin's right, they tend to group together. So some of the best flocks I've seen were in Brackettville at Fort Clark near the creek, near Los Moros Creek. And they're just big flocks and just this gold mass coming through the air. And Calvin's right, in the morning and in the evening. Just coming through.
Okay, and you can attract those with the thistle seed
and your sunflowers.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. Sunflowers and coreopsis are the two.
Okay.
The coreopsis through the first half of the day, and then the first half of the season, and then the sunflowers for most of the year. But. Those annual sunflowers really bring them in.
Okay, so we got the goldfinches, we've got the Mexican eagle, we've got hummingbirds. Did you want to bring up anything else? Or?
Well, there was one more that was kind of
a sad
issue.
Oh,
purple martins.
Oh,
it's an interesting topic. We do have some gardeners out there that are listeners to the radio show that are very successful with purple martins. And we've had some discussions about because of the weather. And then the other thing that those of us that have lost their purple martins, we've kind of drawn the conclusion that they like a open area.
Oh yeah.
And,
no,
they like if you're going to provide housing for them, then you better have mowed grass and open air, because they feed on the high flying insects.
Yeah.
And they like to be able to sweep and swoop.
Just swoop in, yeah. And
they don't like that year, Milton, you and I planted all those wildflowers.
Yeah.
They weren't happy with that.
Oh, why?
Because
but that's not tall enough.
They exceeded the height limit, and they're very, very picky about the height of the plant.
Man, but those are only maybe at 4 foot tall. That's too high.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I didn't know that.
Especially if you combine them with shade trees or trees.
Yeah, there's trees
that have matured, or shrubs.
Yeah,
the medium-sized trees that we like best for our normal birds that provide cover.
Mm-hmm.
Those are not real popular with the purple martins.
And you alluded to that in the articles, and we benefited one group of birds, and then we learned we're at the detriment of the purple martins.
Yeah. The place where the most successful, or where you get the largest population, are all on lake edges and golf course edges.
Oh, that makes sense, because there's all the open
fields,
area.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I hate to. They're another interesting species. I hate to lose them because of how interesting they are in terms of observation.
Yeah, they're fun to watch.
Yeah, how they teach their young, educate their young, decide where they're going to stay, how they fight off their rivals, which generally are starlings, English sparrow. They have some problems with the hawks, Cooper's hawks, that's another interesting species that we have here. But yeah, those are the four.
Okay, and I got a question for you after the break. So 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867, the number to call to be a part of the show. Mark Peterson, Dr. Calvin Finch. We'd love to hear what's going on in your garden. So give us a call and tell us what's happening, and let's see if we can either help you or let you brag a little bit. Back in a moment with more of Milberger's Gardening South Texas. I'm Milton Glueck. This is 9:30 a.m. The Answer. And welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Milton Glueck along with Dr. Calvin Finch and Mark Peterson here at Milberger's on a nice autumn afternoon, an autumn afternoon in San Antonio that feels like an autumn afternoon in San Antonio. Okay, so here was my question, maybe a little controversial, but now these birds that you talked about won't matter, but for other birds with feeders and stuff like that, don't you sometimes get that same controversy over that you do with the monarchs as to whether you should put up your feeders in the winter? Do I remember that correctly?
Well, I think that's a basic issue, and it depends on the species.
Right.
Some species are independent of the feeders, and it's just a coincidence. And then there's others that are dependent. And I think Mark's with me. Sometimes we suspect that quite often our naturalists or researchers draw a conclusion and then look for the data that supports the conclusion.
That supports that conclusion. Oh, that's never happened in the tree realm. Oh, it has on several occasions. Too many for me to enumerate right now.
Because it'd be hard to, and that rufous hummingbird. That's
okay.
They've always been the researchers always said, well, no, the rufous hummingbirds are not affected by the availability of the sugar water. But then, of course, that debate and disagreement is every single fall that's discussed. And then the others, all the hummingbirds, that's an issue. And then what was the other key?
Well, some
of butterflies.
Yeah. I was thinking there's some birds in the wintertime that what we'd like to do is have a little suet. And they like that. And they don't always find that mineral-rich, protein-rich material out in the real world. So that helps out a little bit.
Well, and
for certain species.
Yeah.
And next, I don't know if everybody will be happy to see that, but next week the article is going to discuss feeding the birds. And one of the main issues is attracting the insect-eating birds.
Mm-hmm.
But the other main issue is the water. Water is not generally controversial as the feeding is, because in our climate, and especially these last few years, if you've provided water, it just seems like you've been a great relief to the bird population in your area, and that they just wouldn't survive without some kind of water. And all you got to do is have a water recirculating pump on it, and just to bring in those species. You can easily count on 14 or 15 species a day if you've got just a few bird baths, and maybe twice that if you've got recirculating water. And especially right now with the migrating birds moving through, they seem to find that recirculating water.
Is that right?
Yeah. But that providing the water doesn't seem to be as controversial as providing the seeds and the feed. But it is a topic that everybody discusses.
But you don't worry about them like the monarchs. You worry that they'll stay and stop migrating, I think, or they'll lay the eggs, and then the young monarchs are too late to move on. With migrating birds, you don't have that issue with the feeders and stuff.
No, they're not laying eggs on the route.
Okay.
So they're heading down.
They're just getting food and moving on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, but you could. There's other issues. Of some of the diseases.
Oh.
If you want, if there's a disease, what's the cow disease?
Yeah, it's the current one that is avian flu. I think that's the one where like the wild birds, avian birds, pass it on to the turkeys and chickens. Isn't it avian flu? Bird flu?
Yeah.
No, it was so well done. No, the dairy, the dairy cattle.
Screwworm?
Yeah. So that also is spread over. So
that's amazing.
There's a bird to mammal transmission in some of these things that are now really worrisome.
And that comes from birds, or is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
okay.
it's just
migrating birds.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, it's just one of the factors. How large a factor it is, that's the debate. Whether it's, but there was a while there where they were saying, well, don't feed the birds because you bring.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, that was that was the bird flu.
Yeah.
Because you were spreading the.
So these things come and go. Worries and feeding come and go. So they always have to try to catch up on the most current science. Okay.
But I don't know. It's going to be tough to get people to change their habits, because isn't that like the second most popular hobby only to gardening in the nation?
It's
birding.
Gardening
bird,
first, and birding is a close second.
Okay.
Yeah. And of course you can do. There's a lot of moderation that you can impose that makes the whatever threats that are determined makes them less of a threat. So it's always worthy of a discussion, and it's so fascinating to be able to see those bird species, and especially some of those we've discussed, how some of them that are really interesting, and the butterflies. Can you imagine how many people would rebel if you said you can't mark the monarch wings, you can't raise any monarch caterpillars yourself. You have to let them do whatever they want.
Yeah, that was talked about. If we gave a designation to the monarch, a certain one, that's like that would be taking, and you can't take. So you can't touch. You can't. I don't know. I can't remember all the things. And saner heads prevailed and said no.
Tropical milkweed is in the middle of the middle of that discussion. So.
Cool. And that's Calvin's article today.
And then next week it'll be.
Where do I find this article? Before?
In the Express News, San Antonio Express News, and
right here, Milton.
Oh, okay,
right
that's
here.
easy.
Yeah. Anybody wants to?
Just come talk to Mark. Yep. And Mark is holding up a copy of the San Antonio Express News.
The Saturday edition, and I believe it shows up in the Sunday version that shows up at the what do they call it?
The Austin Statesman.
Well, also though the Sunday version that shows up at the place where you get the gasoline.
Like the Valeros and the convenience stores and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
so it shows up there.
And then it's on the it's of course on the website.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
Yeah, it's a little hot. When we first a few years ago, it was much easier to get it on the website than it is now.
I'll look and see.
Now, of course,
what would you do? Go to mysa.com and look for Calvin Finch, or what do you do?
Yeah, you can do that, or you can look for the topic too.
Okay,
it's hard. And as Mark mentioned, the Austin American Statesman
now has it somewhere.
Yeah, and are they on the exact same week as the San
that's
Antonio
another thing.
Express News?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, we don't know.
Okay.
I don't look for it anymore.
Oh. I'll keep looking. All right. 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. Don't forget the Big Spooktacular is today and tomorrow, 11 to 3 here at Milberger's. Lots of fun. And for the young and the young at heart, the Monster Maze, the Pumpkin Patch, great for pictures. We have the Terror Train that you hear every now and then with the ding, 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 ding. Woo, woo. How's that? Was that a pretty good impression? And you have that today and tomorrow, so it's a lot of fun. And you could win a $100 gift card from Milberger's because the employees are in costume, and you can come vote for your favorite, and your vote is
eligible.
Your vote makes you eligible for the gift card.
Some of these costumes are pretty
amazing,
entertaining.
The one in particular, but
there's one
we won't bias it.
That scared me.
I'm sorry.
No, it scared me.
All right, we're going to take a quick break and come back in a moment. 210-308-8867. You're listening to Milberger's Gardening South Texas right here from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
We're back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas, live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Bulverde Road. Come out to visit or call us at 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. And now back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 930 AM The Answer.
Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 930 AM The Answer. Milton Glueck along with Dr. Calvin Finch, Mark Peterson, sitting on the porch here at Milberger's talking gardening with you.
And the wonderful weather.
It really is. It feels great. I mean, it's finally a day that it's not just hot.
And there's some water in the soil here.
Yeah. So it is really pleasant. Hope you got some rain yesterday or overnight. And, I got about an inch. Calvin got more than an inch and a half. And if you want to call in with a rain report, I wonder if James got rain. Poor James would call in every week and be like, still dry, no rain.
There was a little lightning and thunder, too.
There was. I was driving around this morning when I did had to do the blood work and stuff, and it was full of lightning. It was like, wow, that was cool.
Yeah, my dogs were a little.
They didn't think it was so cool.
Well, as the years have progressed, they've become more and more sensitive about that noise. I can't quite figure that out. Generally the dogs go in the other opposite direction. They get more comfortable with it, but not these two.
Our dog is okay with that. Doesn't like the rain.
Oh.
Will not. Do your dogs go out walking if it's drizzling?
Oh, no, they don't.
No, they won't go.
Tilly will, but not
no.
Darcy won't.
Bee won't either. I don't want to get wet.
Yeah.
So.
She knows that I'll try to pick her up but so she hides under the bench in the front porch.
That's funny. All right, 210-308-8867. We were talking birds and gardening a little bit, or we're talking birds, so I'm going to switch the topic to birds and gardening. We always talk about planting for the monarchs. Are there things that you can plant that make your yard more bird-friendly?
Oh, wow, for sure.
What's that?
Well,
you already mentioned some of those.
Yeah, those medium-sized tree. An aqua is one that.
Okay.
Provides cover. It's dense. It's evergreen. Insects are in there. The birds go in looking for the insects, but they also go in there after the blooms in the spring, and then those yellow sticky berries in the summertime. And then there's a lot of species. Old Mark's Texas persimmon.
I like that one. I like, speaking of medium-sized trees, the Candelia has a little fruit on it. Carolina buckthorn is another little good one that has little black fruit on it. Very tasty.
And the Candelia will also give you a lot of thorn wounds too.
Well, it's very pretty. It's a lime green color, but don't get too involved in pruning.
Does that make it more attractive to the birds that it has the thorns?
Absolutely does.
Okay.
No.
But less enthusiastic or less attractive to the lawn mowing person or the gardener sometimes.
There are certain birds, shrikes will impale grasshoppers on some of those thorny trees.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Do we get that in San Antonio?
Yeah, occasionally.
Okay.
We don't have a whole lot of shrikes.
So far, a couple medium trees.
We had mentioned Coreopsis and sunflowers. Sunflowers. Now, there's several different kinds of sunflowers. You can get them in different sizes, and as well as some perennial ones like Maximilian sunflower. But those are good ones. Big seed heads, cone flowers.
Wow. Okay.
Black-eyed Susans, Rebecca, other types of Rebecca. So a lot of plants that can be used for seed. And then we always think about some plants have an affinity for insects like caterpillars and things like that, which are very important.
The hummingbirds hummingbirds and the blooms, the pollinators, our porterweed and
porterweed. I'm glad you mentioned that one. I had forgotten about that when I listed some flowers. Porterweed is fabulous.
And zinnias. The hummingbirds love the zinnias even.
Yeah, you did mention some of those. I forgot. And so,
it's an interesting study, or there's quite a few gardeners that attempt to have a neat, orderly landscape, but also to provide habitat for bird species.
Yeah.
And the more disorderly sometimes you have it, the more cover and thicker it is. Just like that issue we talked about with the purple martins, the more likely you are to have the birds will nest and they'll find insects, they'll find seeds, berries. But there are some neat compromises. Some of those roses.
The one with the hips, the rose hips on that.
The rose hips, and also that the big one that is one of the tough modern roses.
The multi.
Yeah.
Multiflora.
Not the knockouts or the.
No, multiflora.
Well, knockouts are not bad, but the one we're thinking about is got blooms for a long time. Is thick.
It's been so long since we talked about roses, I've forgotten.
Yeah. And it's very attractive and neat in the landscape, but it's also good habitat for the birds. But
so Carefree Birdie is the one we were trying to think of first, and then.
And how about all the hollies? The hollies are.
Oh, the hollies
are good bird attractors.
Is that for berries or for protection or both?
Both.
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of people have their red-tip photinias dying. Bless their hearts. So Calvin and I's replacement are hollies, different sizes, different shapes, different species of hollies, which are always excellent for cover and fruit.
Well, right now there's one of those that are blooming that has the blue flowers, and then it'll have the yellow berries afterwards. Trying to think of.
Has the blue flowers. Oh, Duranta?
Duranta, that's it. Good work, Milton.
Thank you.
And that's another good birding. It's nice, thick, and it provides pollinators. Now it's a competition between the birds and the butterflies that gets covered with the butterflies this time of the year, but also the birds eventually will eat the berries on it. And plus it provides good cover and good place for them to nest. So lots of plants.
That's pretty cool. No, that's kind of neat because you're not only enjoying gardening, you're enjoying birding as well, and what you've created.
Well, and there's lots of books to that out there with covering that topic. Gardening to attract the birds.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Do you have one that stands out in your mind, or?
Well, yeah, and I don't know. I can't remember the authors of it, but we do have one attracting birds to.
The Southern Landscape, I think, is what it is.
And it's
you taught me that one. So
4 authors, and it's covers does a good job of covering Texas.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. So that one is all that is there, but they're just libraries have just a huge collection. I'm sure almost every gardener out there that's listening that has any interest in birds probably has one or more of the books that.
All right.
Yeah.
One of the things that we've talked about in a while, I don't know if today's better because everything's still wet, and that's the winterizer fertilizer. Is it that's on sale, by the way, but is it a good time because of the wetness to put down the? Yeah, you might have to water it again if we don't get more rain, but
it would have been ideal yesterday.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah,
but no, you can use it.
Okay, and does the wetness of the soil make a difference in the success?
Well,
it sounded like you said it did.
Yeah, it's more more efficient. And one of the things we do when we apply, well, just the 1959 is the same, but the winterizer is another one, is that you want the nutrients to penetrate the soil and be available for the plants. You don't want them running off into the drainage or being into the air, into the air, evaporating, and so anytime that you can have it penetrate the soil and be available for plant roots, that makes it more effective. So this water is be important for that, but not only for that, for our wildflowers.
Oh, good
our
point.
Wildflower seeding right now too.
That'd be kind of cool.
Well, that's
and you just put those on top of the soil too, right?
Yes, is the major factor there is do you have soil and seed contact. And now we emphasize the fact that for years we've talked about full sun, but there's several seed mixes that are shade for the shade, and then we've got some favorite species, wildflower species, Salvia coccinea and blue curl are the two that come to mind, and there's a number of others that grow really well in the shade, and in fact they grow over a long season. Those two, the blue shade starts blooming early and lasts until early summer. Coccinea starts blooming early summer and lasts into the winter. So, and then we should probably mention your favorite nursery probably has a fair selection of wildflower seeds, and so some of them are shady mixes for the shade, some are for the sun, some are individual species. Bluebonnets usually are always available, and then the I got distracted here by the little boy waving to us.
We have a couple of or three really good sources.
Oh, that's what I was.
I think I was distracted by the little boy as well. But yeah, we have Douglas King here in town, and then I always screw this up.
Wild Seed Farm.
Wild Seed Farm.
There you go.
Why do I go Wildflower Farms? I don't know. Wild Seed Farms, and then
they're in Fredericksburg, right?
They're in Fredericksburg, Stonewall, actually, and then Native American Seeds in Junction.
And all three of those internet, of course, your favorite nursery is easy to deal with. You have a history with it, and of course, we always recommend Milberger's, but those three internet retailers are easy to deal with. They have high quality material and good seeds, a lot of selection. So don't hesitate to, and you can they respond quickly if you're ready. And it is time. November is a good month to apply the wildflower seed.
All right, 210-308. That's a good idea. I'm going to do that. 210, because I have a packet, just a little packet I got here.
Yeah, that's a good point to make, Milton, too. Don't keep those year after year.
No.
Get them on the. Now's the time to get them on the ground.
The sooner the better.
Yeah.
Of course, our friend the Purple Martins won't care if you get them down, but most of the other bird species encourage you to get the wildflower seeds growing, and the butterflies do, and of course they're very attractive.
Yeah, I'll do that this evening or when I get home after the show. All right, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. So what about putting mulch down and stuff? Still, now that it's wet, should I do it or should I wait until it dries? Or
No. You can put both of them down, but usually we wait till everything is very soaked
Okay,
watered, and then you put the mulch on top.
Okay.
And you don't need a whole lot. A lot of people put way too much on.
Oh, how much do you need?
Yeah, 1.5 inches.
Okay.
Mark's pretty conservative on the mulch.
Yeah, yes, I am.
Okay.
I admit that.
So, what would other people?
Gives me the.
What is the problem? What's the problem with going higher?
So, here's why I've led this movement across the Southwest.
Oh, wow.
Less. So, in the literature, it usually says 2 to 4 inches.
Okay.
I say most of our rainfall, unlike last night, are a little bit lighter. And if you have too much mulch, you are then watering the mulch and not the soil. That the wood and the mulch, whether it be pine bark or wood chips, is absorbing the water rather than letting it go into the ground.
And you can really see that.
Oh.
You can really see that point that Mark's making there. If you have a light rain and just a container plant, the water does not get past the container plant top. It's blocked, or then even on the trees, if you had a light rain, quite often very little water gets down to the soil, but it's captured up there in the crown of the trees too. So that
yeah, that's a good point.
So that's what you're, especially if we've had a history of not having heavy rainfalls. That is there's a good argument for that limited mulch situation.
Now, is there any chance that mulch will actually stay wet and hurt the plant?
Yeah.
Oh, is it really?
But we're not talking here.
Here?
In South Texas.
Oh, okay.
So other places where they'll get more rain,
yeah,
that may occur. Sometimes you'll get certain pathogens. Phytophthora is the most well-known one that could develop in that situation where you have a lot of mulch and that retains moisture.
Interesting. All right, 210-308-8867. We're going to take a quick break. While we do, give us a call, 210-308-8867. More of Milberger's Gardening South Texas coming up live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery, 1604 and Boulevardy Road, with Dr. Calvin Finch, Mark Peterson, Milton Glueck, and this is 9:30 a.m. The Answer. And welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer, 210-308-8867. We have an orchid question from the crowd, but she's making arrangements so that she gets heard. And, okay, grab the microphone. You'll be on the air. You have an orchid? What's going on?
I do. I have, I don't know what kind they are, but I have two of them. And one of them, they've been in the pots for about 2 years. They look pretty root bound. They've been green and doing well. They haven't bloomed this year, but I didn't really expect them to. And then the leaves at the base are starting to turn yellow and fall off. So I figured it was probably a good time to repot. Can you give me any advice?
Do you have you any idea what kind of orchid it is?
No.
Is it?
It's an HB orchid. How about that?
Phalaenopsis.
Phalaenopsis.
Yeah, it's probably that one.
That's a good one. It's a beautiful one, and it's relatively easy to take care of and to grow.
Oh, do you have a picture of it when it was blooming?
I don't.
There's a couple things. I guess it's typical of most plants. It can be too much water or not enough water. The thing about Phalaenopsis orchids, they generally are in a soil base that does not hold water, so the water drains right through.
Yes.
Is that good or bad?
That's good.
Oh, okay.
And but they're tolerant of a lot of situations. when it bloomed, where did you have it?
So I've tried, like in the winter, I'll put them back in our game room, which is bright and sunny, which almost was too hot last year, just with the hot sun, even though it was winter. And then so I had them where they were thriving in our kitchen window that looks out onto a covered patio, so it was kind of filtered light.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah, it seemed to like that better.
So the literature will always say, we talked about this last week, bright indirect light. Whatever that means. That's always what the literature says. Bright, indirect light. Well, you hit on the head with it got too hot or too much. So.
But that's what they do. Now, what about the? How are you watering it?
So I do about 5 half-inch square ice cubes every Sunday. That's it.
Oh well, that's not quite enough.
No.
Yeah.
I like the idea, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Generally, the ice cube thing works. I've always done it with the 5 ice cubes sometime in the midweek, and then the soaking in the sink.
In and out.
Yeah, just run it in there, let it get all soaked, and just let it sit in there and drain once a week.
Okay.
And that usually will be enough water for it. Now you can do. There were one of the reasons that we started promoting the ice cube thing was that we quite often use the Phalaenopsis orchids and our poinsettias and in places where we didn't want the water draining onto the furniture.
All right.
But now the Phalaenopsis, you really wouldn't. You probably wouldn't even have to do the ice cube thing. You could just do two times a week on the water.
That's what I was going to say. Two times a week with 5 to 7 ice cubes.
Okay.
So the frequency was the issue. Not so much the amount, but I think I would go 5 or more.
Okay, and then what about repotting it? It is.
Well, I'm waiting for you to mention this. The problem is orchids don't have roots. So when you said root bound, I went, nope. They are neophyte, generally, not all of them, but generally. So their medium that you're mixing in can be wood chips or very light cedar ground bark. And what I've heard, if you want to take liquid fertilizer and mix it according to direction and then cut it by 4 and then use that.
Okay.
And rarely do that. So in other words, an epiphyte plant gets a lot of its energy from the air, water, but they like water, so
right.
They're going in trees up in the
right.
canopy,
oh, okay.
So.
And it doesn't have to be soggy, but you got that twice a week water moving through there is pretty essential, I think.
Okay.
But it should do all right. And I think you had the light.
Yep,
down pretty.
Yep, I won't put them back in that window this winter.
Yeah.
They'll stay in the kitchen. So
okay.
that's probably more humid.
When would you hope to see them bloom again if all this works?
I was trying to remember. I'm thinking, did they start blooming in
spring?
Yeah.
Well, they bloom for
Mother's Day.
Bloom 5 days, 5 months sommes. So
we've
I was
talked
thinking,
about them for Valentine's Day too as a gift.
That's what I was thinking. February through.
I said through May or June because it hits Valentine's and Mother's Day. So that's what I'm thinking.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know if we've got them in there blooming right now, but you might want to just take a look.
In the greenhouse?
Yeah.
Just take a little look and see look at
there's a couple
soil.
expert guys that know indoor plants much more than we do.
Okay.
And if you'd find one of those.
Oh, Peter would be great.
Right
I was going to say, I can't see, but you can see behind me. So.
The guy
yeah.
with the ponytail there,
Yeah. No, he's great. He knows his stuff.
He's the expert on indoor plants.
Next to the security guy.
The what?
Next to the security guy by the popcorn.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's one big orchid right there that's just walking around. I don't think that's I don't think that's an orchid.
All right.
I think that's all of it.
Good luck.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you for coming on the air. See, you did great.
They are wonderful, and they are durable.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In Florida? Oh, it's okay. Oh, you're okay. Cool.
You are on your way out.
Yeah.
So
yeah. No, thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. The number to call to be a part of the show. That's great. Yeah, so you can come in, ask questions like this person that did as well. That's interesting about the Phalaenopsis. Because I know that people get that feeling, and Peter will be a good person to talk to about that, because they'll plant orchids or they'll buy them and then they don't bloom that second time. And that's one of the things that Phalaenopsis generally does. It's one of the, besides the length of the bloom, isn't it kind of easier to bloom?
Well, gardeners get kind of busy. They kind of want to do something that'll change the situation in 2 days. With Phalaenopsis orchids, nothing changes in 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah, you just got to kind of stick to the rules. Like she had the light pretty well.
Yeah, taken care of. The moisture is not very demanding. Yeah. Just the frequency, and it took me a while for the ice cube thing to sink in, because we generally don't use ice cubes on the Phalaenopsis. We use them on the poinsettia. Yeah.
But
it works.
Yes. And my problem initially when I was using them was just once, just like she was using them, and I was told by someone, "You're doing it too. You need to increase in frequency." And
are you getting your advice from pirates now?
Yes. Pirates from Tennessee.
Oh, okay. So the frequency, 7 cubes.
Yeah.
Okay, but how often?
No, you could do 2 to 3 times a week, depending on the air temperature and the amount of wind and the location.
Okay, and how many cubes?
7. That's what he said. 7, 5 to 7.
Oh, it's 5 to 7. But okay. Okay, I didn't know if we were still on the 5 to 7. Very cool, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm on the popcorn here.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
Which we're giving away at the Boost.
Yep.
Boo Spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're trying to get donations.
Yeah, for the American Cancer Society. Yeah, we've mentioned that the event goes on until 3 o'clock today. And if you balloon animals, face painting, it's a $3 donation to the American Cancer Society. So, yeah.
We... on another topic, we talked about how beautiful the cyclamen are. Unbelievable colors, intense. The red, white, purple, pink. Mm-hmm. And the sister plant, I always expect them to be together, is the purslane, they call it also... I don't usually call it. Not purslane.
Johnny jumps up, or it's
portulaca.
Portulaca. Oh, okay.
No.
Lost rose.
No.
Which one are you thinking of?
The weed?
No, I'm talking about the cyclamen partner for the shade plant.
Now you got me doing it.
Not the violas.
Primula.
Primula.
Oh, okay.
So the primula supposedly will be here at Milberger's in a week or so, according to.
But if
our staff.
Go ahead and just remind me to talk when you get through.
And we want to also start to think about. I know the weather has just turned pleasant, and we hate to think about winter temperatures, but cyclamen and primula are quite an investment, and they're beautiful. And you don't want the blooms to get knocked off, so you want to start thinking about protection of all plants that are going to be sensitive to cold, and the way you protect cyclamen usually is you just all it takes is a agricultural fabric, which we have here at Milberger's.
Oh yeah, we have that spun fabric. Insulate.
Yeah, that's it. And you just cover that when temperatures are predicted to be going to be under 28 degrees, and does pretty well. It's a good protection. And Primula is even more cold hardy than the cyclamen, so you can treat both of them the same. Now a lot of other plants they'll have to, of course citrus. We always have to be ready to get the citrus into protection or even cover it. It's always best if you can cover it with a tent structure and then have a heat source inside. So that's something you want to think about. I'm bringing this up because we'll be writing an article not next week, but the week after.
The week after it.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen this coming week? Temperatures are lows in the 50s.
Yeah. But it will.
Highs in the 70s.
Yep. Which will be great, but.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you wouldn't start using the cloth now, but historically, it's always hard to say with San Antonio weather, but it does freeze and it does get super cold.
And November.
Historically, today was the first freeze. Between the 13th and the 25th was the first freeze, or frost. Not freeze, frosty weather here in town.
And so
or significant cold front. How about that?
You want to start thinking about taking in your hibiscus, not the tropical hibiscus. Need to go into some shelter. Some of the other sensitive Mandevilla.
Yeah.
And what are
I was going to say the bougainvilleas are so beautiful right now. I won't even worry about it. I'm going to let the freeze take them and then cut them.
Oh, okay. Hey, well, he's calling us with a rain report. James is on the line at 210-308-8867. Hi, James. How you doing? Give us some good news.
Good. Well, yeah, it is good, at least for now. 2.28 when I checked the rain gauge this morning.
Whoa.
Really?
Excellent.
And I went to sleep right when it started raining, and so I slept through it all, so I didn't know what to expect. But, yeah, it's more than I was hoping for, but it's good. But both of my rain barrels are full again, so that's a plus. So one was completely empty and one was almost empty, and they are topped off. But that reminds me, I need to put some of those mosquito bits in there. Yes. Yeah, because even when it was so dry, I was still battling mosquitoes. I don't know where those suckers are coming from. A bird bath, I guess. No, it wouldn't be the bird bath. Anyway, my question. I bought some of this mulch at a big box store. I was going to mulch some of my plants, and one of them being a chili patine in the chili pecan, I got to correct myself, in the ground. But then I got to thinking, it's what they had was that dyed mulch. I guess it's dyed. It's red mulch, and is the one I got. And so is that safe to use if it's got that additive or whatever they color it with to use around edibles such as pepper plants, or would you not?
I think, it's safe. I've always haven't hesitated to recommend it.
Yeah.
Use it.
Would I use it? No.
I wouldn't.
Would it be safe? Yes.
How come you're protecting chili patines? No,
How come? Because I'm hoping that it makes it through the winter. This is the first time I've planted one in the ground. So, I've always grown them in containers. But this one I put in the ground late spring, I guess it was.
Next year or the year after, when they're taking over your landscape, you'll be less sensitive about provided mulch for them. No, I like it because it's a plant that is a favorite of the birds, and then of course Milton likes it because of the potential for
I took
food.
mine and tried to dry them and then put them in a a little pepper grinder.
And that's what you do too, James, right? You use it
Yes.
in the recipe.
Yes, I have a shaker. I actually made me some chicken soup last week, and I put some of that in there, and that stuff really will open you up, your sinuses, so to speak.
You can breathe. You smelled things you didn't smelled in years.
Correct.
We tell this story quite often, but we had a gardener friend. He had a nursery, and we eat lunch with us sometimes, quite often. And every bite, he would have his little pocket, and he'd pull out one of the chili patines and pop it in. Eat it. Oh my Lord!
There you go.
Yeah, they're pretty hot. They can be.
Well, it's not so bad if you have 2 or 3, but if 26 or 27.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Per lunch.
So does that help you with your question, James?
Yeah, it does. Oh, I do have another one.
Go for it.
I was at the store yesterday, H-E-B, and I forgot, of course, to get lemons because my wife drinks iced tea a lot. And my Meyer lemon, they're still all green. I cut one the other day that was burning on the sun side, if you will, and it was still green inside completely. Are they? I mean, is there any harm from? Well, that's kind of a stupid question. I mean, they're edible if they're not ripe, or not. I don't want to cut any more. No harm. Okay.
It just may. Well, some folks like them not very
that
ripe
way
because they're a little more potent.
Oh wow, really? Ugh.
But I like them. I like them when they're ripe. They're just,
mine look like they're going
taste.
kaput. Mine look like they're going kaput. They're yellowing. Yeah.
Well, they're turning yellow. Don't you hate that when a lemon turns yellow?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were still on the pekins. I'm so sorry. I was looking at something on the computer. My fault. Sorry.
Well, that made the show right there.
Yes, it did.
There you go. Okay, so I can go harvest a lemon for her because I just made a fresh pitcher of tea and give her a shot of that. So it'd be good.
Gosh.
Okay,
Yeah,
I wasn't
as long as she likes the taste. Yeah.
So, James, the rule of thumb is we wait till first week of December. Again, rules of thumb are meant to be just general. And
right, but there are so many on there, and you almost pay $1 for a lemon at H-E-B today.
Yeah. And item number 2, once they get mature, you can take them off and let them physiologically mature. And then you can
they can set for quite a while without losing any quality.
So that you can put them on. You can put them on the shelf or a table with paper, what have you. But they will.
Yeah, last year I had so many on the same tree. Container grown. I gave away. I know.
Keep bragging.
I gave away so many to family members.
This is what happened. This is what happens when he finally gets some rain again.
Yeah, now he's.
Oh. Okay.
Hey.
All right. I was just concerned about the mulch before I put it around my pepper plant.
Yeah.
So how do you use the rain barrel? How do you get the rain out of it to the plants?
Oh, these are commercial ones I bought at, I forgot where, I think I got them at Home Depot. But I got these spigots on each one, higher and the lower spigot hose to it if you wanted to. I haven't. I just fill up a watering can from the spigot and then use it to water my container plants for the most part.
Okay. I know I've heard people talk about a little electronic pump type thing so you can use it almost like you would a hose, but that's what I was doing.
No, the small ones, you just raise it up a little bit.
Okay.
Ideally about 12 inches, and then you get enough head pressure.
Okay,
to get it out.
Okay.
Yeah, to Mark's point, I put them on a double layer of cinder block.
There you go.
I gotcha.
And it works great.
You got it, sir.
Cool.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Glad you got some rain. All right, we'll take a quick break. Come back in a moment. 210-308-8867 is our number. 210-308-8867. More of Milberger's Gardening South Texas coming up on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. And welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. get to our calls in just a second. But that little girl is enjoying the smells of everything.
That 2-year-old is she's going to be a PhD horticulturist. I just know it.
I think you're right. All right, Chalmette Burt is on the line at 210-308-8867. That guy is talking to that tree. That's just sad. 210-308-8867. What you say, Burt?
Hey, well, I talk to trees all the time, too. I just say thank you for the fruit that you give me. Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, but yeah, you say trees. I wish more people would be educated on in the storms. I watched the news early this morning and saw where some trees came down, and they were very large. I said 200-year-old trees, but when I was at Delgado, and I know Milton, you know where Delgado Community College is. That's where I took my horticulture and my forestry courses. So you got to look for where the split is, what angle the split goes. Am I not correct, Mark?
Yeah. Yes, but I didn't know. Explain to me more about the failure of the tree.
Well,
I didn't see these this morning.
And so it was like almost right straight up, and it was a 45 to me. What I learned is safer than say between a 15 and a 30, and that's what it looked like to me. You know, one main bark or tree part of it went almost straight up, and the other was a branch that they should have took out when it was first growing.
Right. So if you were, for the radio audience, so the best angle of the tree is 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock. I mean, 2 o'clock and whatever that is, 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be 10. 9:30, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Yeah, because that's what it was as they showed it from the screen. It broke to the left as you looked at it.
Yeah.
So
the narrower the crotch, the more dangerous it is.
True, and this one was hollow. That was the thing. Also, you could see that it was very hollow on the inside. So, but other than that, I just wish people would just learn about it. Yes, you know, your house is a big investment. To get a limb cut off or to get that stabilized, it's better than losing your roof. That's all I got to say.
That makes sense.
Oh,
thank you.
And you said birds. You know where the most interesting? I watch birds like here. There are two doves. When I go out in the morning and start doing the yard stuff, they're just there to greet. And I'm like, oh, cool beans. I love that. But I had to go to the first time that I ever saw a kingfisher, I was in Iraq in combat.
Wow. Down south?
No. We were out in the desert. It was they had their irrigation canals that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where they got them watered from. I think it was the Euphrates, but
no, that's right. I was thinking down by Basra with the canals down that way.
I was right outside. I was a little bit southwest of Baghdad, out in the perimeter. So we were desert.
Yeah, they're fascinating, and they're almost everywhere where there's water.
Especially in the desert.
Well, the Jordan and Israel and all those places you mentioned.
It is amazing.
Trinidad,
all over the world, different species.
Yes, and to say about trees, I actually got to watch while we were on patrol one time. There was like a 30-foot date palm. These guys had telescoping poles with, your fruit harvesting with the basket, but there was no basket. They just got up there and shook the branches and they put cloths out underneath them and let all the date, and they just like a tarp or something, and
just hit it with a big stick. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Bert.
And I got one suggestion for the lady. If you look, I don't care if ladies smoke cigars or not, but if you don't, just go get you one for the orchid watering. This is what I learned to do. I take my cigar tins, not the glasses, but the tins or the plastic they come in. I drill some very small holes at the bottom of it. And when I have orchids, I usually use a mix of like a succulent soil with the riverbed rocks. So it's very porous, it evaporates quickly, it doesn't stay too wet. But you just put that little cigar container and drill a couple little holes in the bottom and one in the top, screw it back, fill it up every now and then, and just sit that in, and it just drips. It's like a drip irrigation thing. It doesn't overwater or anything.
Well,
okay, interesting.
Well, I'm trying to get to do a video on what's called Oya, O-double-O-A.
Yep.
And those are ceramic, very similar, but the ceramic is terracotta, and you leave it on uncoated, and the water will seep through the terracotta into the ground. Now you also can make some holes in it, but Bert knows what I'm talking about.
Very good, Bert. Yeah. Thank you.
Bert, just one thing, I want to say peace and prosperity to all y'all, and I hope you had a very good rainfall wherever you were in San Antonio. Because mine last week, the ground was hard as concrete. Now I walked out this morning and it's spongy. Like I'm walking like on a trampoline, not jumping on it, just walking on it.
Very cool. Thanks, man. We'll call us later. We got one more call, so I want to make sure I get to it. You take care.
Thanks, Bert.
All right. Beth is on the line at 210-308-8867. Hey, Beth. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. I'm very good. I just wanted to remind people that the lichens now after this rain are really beautiful, just really alive and colorful. And I wanted to hope everybody gets a chance, or some people get a chance to walk around outside and smell how wonderful wet leaves in this morning smell. So good. And then I'm wondering if it's too late in the season now for fireflies to come out. A lot of times in the summer, after we've had a rain like this in a day or two, the fireflies are out. It may be too cool already. But that was just something that I had on my mind as I roamed around in my yard this morning, enjoying how beautiful and fresh everything looks.
Well,
I don't think I've seen fireflies in all summer.
Thank you for doing that, because I got to remind everybody for the winter. Now, the firefly young are actually in the duff layer underneath all those leaves.
Yeah.
So do not rake the leaves.
That's right. That's right. Usually in the summertime, after a rain like this, sitting outside, the yard would just be aglow, really, with the fireflies.
Well,
but I thought it may be too late, but that's all right. And then the antlions, I'm wondering about their little homes that they've had all this loose dirt to make their little volcanoes in. So now they'll have to wait a little while and go somewhere else, I guess. Anyway, it's just fun to get out after a rain like this and see how it has affected everything, So
it'd be amazing if we could have one every week like this.
Right? Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks,
Thank y'all.
Thank you, Beth.
Thank you for all the stuff y'all do. Bye bye.
Thank you. And do we need another lichen report coming up in the next few shows?
Beth is always welcome to do a lichen report.
All right. Thanks, Beth. You take care. All right, we are just about out of time, so thanks to all our callers who called in there, and we want to hear from you again. We're going to be back here tomorrow here at Milberger's at 1604 on Bulverde Road. So is the Spooktacular from 11 to 3, so we encourage you to come.
It's going to be again tomorrow?
Yes, it is.
Wow. Okay.
I know. And if you haven't gotten all your Halloween stuff and you're getting kind of anxious, head on over to Milberger's because they've got their Halloween while supplies last at 50% off. So on behalf of Calvin and Mark, we want to thank Al for doing a great job getting all your calls on the air. And come on by and join us tomorrow here at 1604 on Bulverde Road. I'm Milton Glueck. You've been listening to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.